Making his way to the ring is the challenger from the South Pacific, weighing in at 275 pounds, Rocky Maivia.
A blue chip talent with a bright future.
On his way to defend the Intercontinental Championship, Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
His opponent from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 246 pounds, the WWE Intercontinental Champion, Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Helmsley is scheduled to face another challenger at an upcoming show this Sunday. And he's taking the risk, stepping in here against a newcomer, Rocky Maivia.
Well, you can consider it risky, you can consider it overconfident, but any way you look at it, it's a dangerous move by Helmsley to take on an athlete who has been on a real roll. Rocky Maivia has been successful thus far in WWE, and Rocky is focused. Rocky is only thinking about tonight.
Saxton, just curious, have you ever exercised your right to remain silent? I am tired of all this talk about Rocky Maivia. Yeah, he's been on a roll, but it could all come to a screeching halt tonight at the hands of Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Social media is buzzing, as it always is when this title is defended.
The Intercontinental title hangs in the balance. Tonight in a match between our refined champion, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and the young challenger, Rocky Maivia.
Rocky Maivia has a lot to prove here. The third-generation up-and-comer would love nothing more than to grab his first championship tonight and send a message to the WWE that Rocky Maivia has arrived.
On the apron, you gotta be kidding me! Elbow drop.
Piercing.
And Byron, Rocky has tremendous exuberance, tremendous youth. He's going to be a star for a long time.
I think Rocky Maivia shows more promise than any other wrestlers I've seen come into WWE. You talk about second-generation wrestlers, but with Rocky, you're talking about 3 generations. This guy is going to be phenomenal.
And he tosses him back in now.
Cobra clutch cinched in.
Torturing their opponent.
He is struggling in trouble here.
A couple of elbows to the jaw, and that'll break things up. Maivia with a nice turnaround. And we know Rocky doesn't have the same experience as Helmsley, and that could be a developing story as this match progresses.
And this is where an experienced wrestler like Helmsley can take a young wrestler and pick him apart, take advantage, capitalize, and win. If Rocky Maivia is going to take down the more polished and experienced Hunter Hearst Helmsley, he's going to have to do it with unrelenting energy. Rocky has to keep coming at the champion with big attacks until Helmsley collapses under the onslaught.
It's a bold strategy that will take everything the young Maivia's got, but you're right. It could be his best path to his first championship win. Oh, elbow right to the breadbasket for their troubles.
In the corner, has to find a way out of there.
You know what, guys? I was afraid it was going to get to this point.
Top rope!
Superplex!
And give credit where it's due. Rocky Maivia is leaving nothing in the ring in pursuit of the Intercontinental Championship.
Oh, man, he's getting ready to pull the trigger. Up high. Looking to seal the deal, guys.
A kick out before the referee can get to one.
I didn't think this match was close to over.
A face buster knee smash. The champion into the pin. Great awareness as he gets to the ropes to stop the count.
captured the leg. Big mistake.
Double axe handle. Big back body drop.
What elevation.
Dragon screw.
A clash of counters, and these superstars did their homework. And even before the bell rang tonight, I think Hunter Hearst Helmsley has been trying to frustrate Rocky. He's tried to say, hey, young fella, we're going to do things at my pace, not yours.
Rocky, the 6'5", around 270-pound stud, just has to keep his cool. Don't take any unnecessary chances against a cagey competitor.
Take off. Oh, that's it. What a splash.
Maivia took to the sky and executed that high risk perfectly. I don't think Helmsley had that scouted at all.
Hunter whipped into the corner. Nobody home. Rocky hit hard. And now Hunter looks to take over this match.
Helmsley muscling Maivia up to the top turnbuckle and a big right hand.
Helmsley with something big in mind here for his challenger tonight.
Well, this is just blatant disrespect from the arrogant champion.
Almost daring Rocky. Hey, you really want my title? You really think you're going to be Intercontinental Champion?
Up to the top. Hooking Rocky into a superplex. This could be it. Can Hunter capitalize? This could be it. Hook of the leg and a cover. And Rocky stays in it, getting his shoulder up.
Still not enough to put out the flame of Rocky Maivia.
Hunter has to be asking himself, what else do I have in my arsenal? And I think we may get our answer, gentlemen.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time, I believe, before this one's over. Hunter hooking Rocky, taking his time, looking to put him away.
Maivia just collapsed.
This just shows you how much damage Hunter Hearst Helmsley has inflicted on the challenger in this matchup.
I think Maivia's done. Official might want to step in, call this one.
The official checking on Rocky. Hunter Hearst Helmsley believes this is close to being over. Lifting him back up again. Rocky rolls through. Shoulders down. Rocky wins the title.
Rocky Maivia has shocked Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Here is your winner and the new Intercontinental Champion, Rocky Maivia.
We have a new Intercontinental Champion.
In a family of elite combat athletes and top-tier performers, the final boss has always stood out, even when he was just a blue chipper. But there wouldn't be a final boss. There wouldn't even be a bloodline if it wasn't for The Rock's grandfather, the High Chief Peter Maivia. You can think of him as the first boss. Predecessor to the tribal chief.
He is one of, if not the foundation for our family. The Anoa'i Fatu Maivia wrestling dynasty. I don't think there's anybody more responsible for what's going on now than the High Chief himself.
Peter Maivia isn't simply one of the two principals behind the sacred blood bond. He's also an incredibly decorated professional wrestler who traveled the world and won titles everywhere he went. New Zealand, Japan, Europe, and here in the United States, where he enjoyed especially successful runs in Hawaii and California. Maivia would eventually find his way to WWE, engaging in legendary battles with the likes of superstar Billy Graham. His larger-than-life personality would win the WWE Universe over in short order, as it had throughout his entire career. In the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia was a potent blend of brawn and grappling technique, often muscling his opponents down to the mat through a variety of joint locks and then switching to more painful holds once grounded. His sleeper hold and stump puller were both feared and renowned, and make no mistake about it, Maivia knew there was always more than one path to the ultimate victory. Out of the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia also ran one of the most successful wrestling promotions on the planet, Polynesian Pro Wrestling, based out of Hawaii, showing his mastery of the business in every aspect. His induction into WWE's Hall of Fame class of 2008 was supremely deserved, forever enshrining Peter Maivia as the legend he always was. And now, we present to you the opportunity to walk in the boots of the legendary High Chief Peter Maivia, facing off against one of the most legendary WWE rivals, George the Animal Steele. You will settle this score once and forever and showcase the overwhelming strength of Peter Maivia, which has ever since remained as a hallmark for every single solitary member of this bloodline. Steele is no easy battle, though. He thrives in the chaos, one of pro wrestling's true madmen. He'll even try to eat part of the ring if he thinks it'll help him break you down. So do your best and honor High Chief Peter Maivia properly with a resounding victory.
Uh-oh, somebody called the local zoo.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a steel cage match. Introducing first, from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 275 pounds, George the Animal Steele.
I'm not even sure the cage can contain this man.
And strolling down the aisle, the opponent of George Steele, Peter Maivia.
Always a chaotic matchup.
His opponent from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 275 pounds, High Chief Peter Maivia.
Steele had better keep an eye on Maivia, because Maivia is a true brawler.
Few men can handle the chaos of the animal inside a steel cage, but I believe the High Chief is ready.
Maivia carrying such pride into the ring.
Very stark contrast to Steele.
We'll see which prevails tonight.
Steel cage match underway. Peter Maivia versus George the Animal Steele. Most of the matches between Peter Maivia and George Steele have ended inconclusively, but this time we'll have a winner.
These are two very different men, Cole. The High Chief is a man of great pride and respect for the ring, while Steele is, well, he's an animal. I can't think of two opponents with more opposing styles.
You said it, Corey. Let's just hope this one gets taken care of in the ring tonight. Uh-oh. George the Animal Steele might be a bit of an underdog here. In fact, he lost the match by countout to the High Chief.
In Steele's defense, I'm not sure he knows how to count exactly, or how to read a rule book. So he's got to be happy to be in this cage.
Well, Maivia is called the High Chief in part because of his commanding presence in the ring. He's more than ready for what the animal will throw at him, even inside a cage.
Uh-oh. Headbutt. The High Chief just refusing to be intimidated.
The Animal has no idea what to make of Maivia.
What a headbutt.
Vicious.
Just punched him right in the mouth.
Relentless. Just grounded and pounded. Peter Maivia, very tough, but he also has movie star good looks. Quite the combo.
And it served him well, Michael. In fact, the High Chief has major acting and stunt work credits to his name. And who knows? Maybe we'll see the Maivia name on Hollywood billboards.
Oh, nice roll up for the win. He kicks out with authority.
He is going to take this match as long and as far as he needs to.
Lariat. Good Lord.
That was nasty.
Peter Maivia now with the upper hand.
Yeah, Maivia has really figured the Animal out here.
Two very opposing styles in every sense of the word, Corey. High Chief Maivia is a much more physically gifted and talented athlete in the ring than Steel. What's it going to take for the Animal to get the upper hand here?
Well, he's got to be even more chaotic than ever inside this cage. Nothing about Steel makes sense to someone as traditional as Maivia. There's never any telling what the Animal's going to do in a match, and he needs to keep it that way.
Gentlemen, we've touched on the differences between Maivia and Steel as competitors. One man based on order, the other on chaos, but it's reflected in their looks, too.
Indeed, Michael. Just look at the sculpted physique of the High Chief. And the tribal tattoos on his body are extremely intricate and definitely eye-catching.
And Steel is, well, he's an ugly creature. Enough hair on his upper torso to classify as fur.
Take it over!
Going for the win!
Oh, flips the lever, shoulders down. Gets reversed.
Is it enough? Reverse the leverage and in.
And what's this?
Why'd he do that? What's going on? Peter Maivia rallying this crowd behind him.
Lands the elbow. The High Chief Peter Maivia really making a name for himself at WWE, but he's had plenty of experience on the way up.
Plenty of championships on the West Coast, but he's made the biggest splash in Hawaii, where he earned multiple tag team titles.
Oh yeah, Maivia is a huge celebrity on the islands. In fact, I've heard some consider him the personification of Maui.
Oh, jarring uppercut. Momentum is all with Maivia now.
And you can see Steel is struggling to weather the storm of the High Chief.
Big slam. And Peter Maivia is stepping up.
Measured up nicely. Fist drop.
Headlock cinched it. Just tossed their opponent.
When a man like Peter Maivia signs up for a match with the Animal, he doesn't know what to expect, just to expect anything in the world.
Peter Maivia knows full well that he's in for some unusual treatment tonight. In fact, Steel often has trouble finding opponents due to his erratic nature.
But when it comes to competition, the High Chief wants to prove he's worthy of that name. Peter Maivia will take on any competitor, no matter the difficulty.
That's unnecessary. Well, the unorthodox style of George Steele is certainly working well at this juncture.
Let's see if Maivia has an answer for the Animal. And come on now. Distasteful offense we've just witnessed. Uh-oh. Elbow drop. Some folks call Peter Maivia the Flying Hawaiian, and the reasons are obvious for that moniker. But guys, how does he earn the other nickname of the High Chief?
Well, Cole, Peter Maivia is very close to the Anawa'i family. In fact, Peter's considered a blood brother to the patriarch of that clan.
Peter Maivia has something brewing.
Backbreaker! No way Steele's coming back from that.
He kicks out before the count starts.
Look at the look on his opponent's face, Cole. He can't believe it.
I can see it in the eyes from here. Disbelief. Unbelievable how this one is still going on. Beautiful suplex. And there he goes, climbing up the cage wall. choosing to climb up the wall of the cage here.
From the heavens, big body splash from the top.
Double leg takedown. Gonna stack them up here.
Shoulders pinned. What a kick out. No, don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Oh my gosh, that's gross.
The animal has to be elated to be in this steel cage against one of his biggest rivals, no less.
Yeah, Byron, we've seen the animal brandish a weapon against Peter Maivia before when it was against the rules. The High Chief better be prepared for Steel to get even crazier.
Oh, Maivia's
no idea what he's planning here.
Yeah, I don't think it's anything good, Cole.
Setting up again.
Oh, man, backbreaker.
Does Peter Maivia have this sewn up?
And the High Chief defeats the animal.
Here is your winner, High Chief Peter Maivia.
Anytime these two have faced off, it's been eye for an eye. But the steel cage has finally delivered a decisive victory for the High Chief, Peter Maivia.
George Steele is one tough animal, but the way Maivia faced him in the cage tonight just reinforced what everyone already knew, that the High Chief is one tough son.
She's not like most girls. She's also not like most WWE superstars. Nia Jax, the reigning queen of the ring, is a reckoning. A force of nature that blitzes right through her competition. A cousin of The Rock, Nia Jax arrived in NXT almost 10 years ago with astronomical expectations. Undaunted, Nia Jax would dominate early opponents, finding herself competing for the NXT Women's Championship mere months after her debut. It did not take long for those running Raw and SmackDown to take notice.
Well, our next pick, Nia Jax.
And Nia Jax would join the Raw roster as part of the 2016 draft lottery. And since joining the main roster, absolutely no one has been safe from Nia Jax. She is a two-time women's champion. She is a two-time women's tag team champion. She competed in the men's Royal Rumble match in 2019, even getting an elimination while in the ring.
Nia Jax looking to eliminate. She does.
She's battled standouts like Charlotte, Bayley, and Becky Lynch. And all the while, she has left undeniable destruction in her wake. In the ring, she applies many of the same tactics that once benefited Yokozuna, even using her own version of the Bonsai Drop, known as the Annihilator. And just like its namesake, if it connects, your night is over. And Nia Jax remains driven for even more success, jumping at any opportunity to prove her dominance. This last year, that included entering into the 2024 Queen of the Ring tournament after earning victories over Naomi, Jade Cargill, and Bianca Belair. Nia Jax would fight her way into the finals, taking on former NXT Women's Champion Lyra Valkyria. Valkyria built a lot of momentum, defeating Dakota Kai, Zoe Stark, and Io Sky to punch her ticket into the final at the Queen and King of the Ring. With an obvious game plan, Lyra would look to stick and move, avoiding the colossal attacks of her opponent. Unfortunately, as often happens when competing against Nia Jax, Lyra made one miscalculation, and that error in judgment provided Nia Jax with the opening she needed to annihilate her competition. This is your opportunity to crown the first queen in Bloodline history. Make Lyra suffer. Make her regret ever entering your ring. Showcase the otherworldly power that forces an entire roster to cower in your presence. Because when you're an irresistible force like Nia Jax, resistance is futile.
And now a dark horse will face an unforgiving titan in hopes to don the crown. Lyra Valkyria versus Nia Jax in the Queen of the Ring Finals.
The following is the final match in the Queen of the Ring Tournament. Introducing first, from San Diego, California, Nia Jax.
I cannot wait to witness what unfolds here. The irresistible force has been on a tear recently.
And Nia believes the crown already belongs to her. Will Jax's menacing presence and sheer power be too much for Valkyria to overcome? Or can Lyra write a happy ever after ending to her Cinderella story?
Lyra Valkyria fancies herself a Morrigan, which is an Irish goddess of war. As they were on the battlefield, they used to take the shape of ravens to fly around and decide who would live and who would die. That is what Lyra Valkyria is bringing to the ring here tonight.
And her opponent, from Dublin, Ireland, Lyra Valkyria.
Lyra Valkyria may have read a little too much fantasy in her day, and now is reality. Lyra Valkyria is about to go toe-to-toe with a real-life fire-breathing dragon in the form of Nia Jax.
And there will be a coronation taking place tonight as Nia Jax and Lyra Valkyria face off in the finals of the 2024 Queen of the Ring Tournament.
The irresistible force has been on a tear recently, and Nia believes the crown already belongs to her.
As for Lyra, this is the biggest match of her career. Remember, she was still on the NXT roster just a few weeks ago, and now she has a chance to make history.
Neither Nia nor Lyra looking to back. And Nia now misses wildly. Lyra goes up over the top. Nia's got it caught, though.
Lyra trying to rely on her technique to bring down the irresistible force, but having no luck at the moment.
I'm not sure this is going to work either.
Jax just entirely too strong, but whoa!
That was interesting.
Oh, nice athleticism by Valkyria. Even Jax might be a little impressed.
I wouldn't go that far, Saxton. Here comes Nia, just imposing her will on Lyra Valkyria.
Again, Lyra showing how resourceful she is, applying the sleeper to Nia Jax. Lyra tried to hold on.
And now Nia Jax in control, and she's going to look to put Lyra away. Nobody home! Set outside the ring, and Valkyria's got a chance.
Huge window of opportunity. Right now for Lyra Valkyria to strike. Lyra may actually pull this off. Lyra may become queen. Lyra has the advantage. She has Nia reeling.
But Lyra can't win Queen of the Ring with Jax on the outside. This match has to end in the ring.
Lyra says she feels alive every time she flies, and that's what Nia has to avoid tonight, keeping Lyra grounded.
The woman thinks she's a bird, Cole. What do you expect?
It's symbolism, Graves.
Man.
Nia doing exactly what she set out to do, keeping Valkyria grounded.
Now Jax needs to stay the course, and the crown will be hers.
And Lyra only finds herself on the defensive.
Yeah, Nia is just buzzing right through Lyra here.
Hoisted all the way up and down. That powerbomb was absolutely worthy of both halves of its name.
And she slides her back to the mat. She better get back in the ring. Not much time left. Returns to the ring, beating the count.
She's taking taken into the corner. Needs to get out.
Confidence is always a key for Nia Jax. She comes into every match thinking she hasn't won.
But when you have this business in your blood like Nia does, that confidence is genetic.
But ever since the Irresistible Force returned to WWE 8 months ago, her confidence has been on another level.
And she's gaining even more confidence as this match progresses. Jax may just be unstoppable now. Not
is lighting up her opponent.
And the Irresistible Force is really keeping Valkyria grounded here.
Golly, Nia is just cornering Valkyria. Jax abusing Lyra, showing no mercy. I think it's a preview of what kind of queen Nia Jax would be.
The kind of queen that will happily send victims to the guillotine.
In just a matter of minutes, we'll have our second queen of the ring. The first, of course, being Zelina Vega.
But you've got to believe that Zelina will want a shot at whichever woman wins this. She beat the woman now known as Piper Niven that night, so you know Queen Zelina can strike down an enemy of any size.
In the hard way. Not the prettiest thing you'll ever see, but it sure looks effective from here.
Man. Gets driven into the corner.
Big headbutt. And it appears that the crown is now within reach for Jax.
Well, if you didn't see things going this way, you're a fool.
Oh, vicious headbutt. Many in the WWE Universe getting their first look at Lyra Valkyria. She's only had 3 main roster matches so far, and they were all in this tournament.
Big wins over Dakota Kai, Zoe Stark, and Io Sky over the last 3 weeks. That's an extremely impressive start for Lyra.
Wow. Undefeated for 3 weeks? When Nia Jax joined the main roster, she didn't lose a match for over 7 months. And Jax has stayed that dominant for years. Bad sight here, dangling helpless in the corner. Stuck in the tree of woe.
They are doing whatever they please.
And Lyra only finds herself on the defensive.
Just brutal attacks coming from... This could be over right here. Oh, down, powerbomb. Jax just turned the lights out.
Oh, wow, this is nasty. Brutality.
This is a cranium like a basketball.
There's so many moves at Nia's disposal that she can end this match with. For Lyra, not nearly as much.
Yeah, I can't imagine it'll be easy for Valkyria to pick up Nia Jax and drop her with the Nightwing.
Please, let's call the move.
And there will be a coronation taking place tonight as Nia Jax and Lyra And Nia now misses wildly.
Lyra has the advantage. She has Nia reeling.
But Lyra can't win Queen of the Ring with Jax on the outside. This match has to end in the ring.
Lyra Valkyria, one of the best technical wrestlers in NXT Women's Division history.
But the game is about so much more than technique. It's about experience and timing, knowing when to tap into certain parts of your psyche. Nia knows this, and we've seen it for years.
The big question is, does Lyra?
Nia doing exactly what she set out to do, keeping Valkyria grounded.
Now Jax needs to stay the course, and the crown will be hers.
Into the fireman's carry.
And a front slam.
Reaching the end of the official's count. Come on. Let's not end things like this.
And gets tossed back into the mat.
Breaks the count by getting back in time.
Corey, what do you think is going to be the key in this match for Nia Jax? She certainly made plenty of queen of the ring.
What Nia brings to the dance, Cole, is raw power, the likes of which you rarely see from most men, let alone women. Nia has absolutely no problem using that power, and the same goes for her throwing her weight around in the ring. Lyra Valkyria might just learn that the hard way tonight.
Didn't go to plan for Jax. In just a matter of minutes, we'll have our second queen of the ring. The first, of course, being Zelina Vega.
But you've got to believe that Zelina will want a shot at whichever woman wins this. She beat the woman now known as Piper Niven that night, so you know Queen Zelina can strike down an enemy of any size.
Momentum clearly on the side of Nia Jax.
And the irresistible force is really keeping Valkyria grounded here.
Nia Jax, so powerful, so dominant, crashing down.
Samoan drop. Elbow drop.
Watch
this is nasty.
Brutality. Treating the cranium like a basketball. Many in the WWE Universe getting their first look at Lyra Valkyria. She's only had 3 main roster matches so far, and they were all in this tournament.
Big wins over Dakota Kai, Zoe Stark, and Io Sky over the last 3 weeks. That's an extremely impressive start for Lyra.
Wow, undefeated for 3 weeks? When Nia Jax joined the main roster, she didn't lose a match for over 7 months. And Jax has stayed that dominant for years.
Oh, that opens the door for Valkyria.
Both competitors showing they've studied the other's playbooks to the T.
Nia Jax, so powerful, so dominant. It's a Samoan drop.
There's so many moves at Nia's disposal that she can end this match with. For Lyra, not nearly as much.
Yeah, I can't imagine it'll be easy for Valkyria to pick.
Valkyria crushed in the corner by Jax.
Squashing Lyra in the corner, and the beginning of the end may be near. And Nia now, with Lyra on her back, going to climb up to the second rope.
This is a scary situation for Lyra. Oh, look at this. Maybe not.
No way. There's no way.
Oh, my.
Oh, no. Good night, Annihilator.
Here is your winner and the new Queen of the Ring, Nia Jax.
What a victory to the brand new Queen of the Ring.
Nia said she would do it, and she backed up her claims.
And now the Chief Content Officer of WWE and Triple H going to come in to congratulate Nia Jax and officially crown her the Queen of the Ring.
Absolute dominance by the new Queen.
I'm sure you will agree with your wise man. Many WWE superstars say they will do whatever it takes in order to achieve success. Quite often, it's a bunch of BS. But if you're lucky, you may run into someone who is willing to look out for the group. Someone willing to make sacrifices. And for this family, there was no one better than Rikishi. After the Head Shrinkers run in WWE came to an end, Rikishi, then known as Fatu, would go on a journey of self-discovery. This journey would lead to him taking on the name Rikishi, a subtle nod to his cousin Yokozuna, as well as an opportunity to start fresh with a global audience.
Well, my dad, when he became the Rikishi character, when you think about Samoan wrestlers, right, or mean, or aggressive, he made it like his own flavor, right? He had the blonde hair, still carried the aggressiveness, but I think he just wanted to add like a little flavor to it. But it became even more popular to our culture.
Rikishi blitzed WWE from the jump, devastating opponents with new tricks and winning people over with his fat-ass dance moves.
That Rikishi is fat, all right. P-H-A-T.
And with this wave of newfound momentum came even more success, with Rikishi capturing the WWE Intercontinental Championship and displaying incredible athleticism in iconic moments like when he dove off the top of the steel cage. The year 2000 belonged to Rikishi. But little did anyone know, Rikishi held a dark secret regarding a decision he'd made not for his own benefit, but for the benefit of the family. It was at the 1999 Survivor Series that Stone Cold Steve Austin was hit by a car in the arena parking lot, forcing him from the main event later that night for the WWE Championship. For nearly a year, all of WWE was consumed with figuring out who was driving that damn car and why Austin was targeted in the first place. The verdict came in. The car was driven by Rikishi. Rikishi would stand strong.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. I didn't do it for me. I did it for The Rock.
What?
Rikishi would lay out a years-long gripe that WWE preferred Steve Austin to The Rock, and so Rikishi had made sure that The Rock's only competition had been removed from the picture. Rikishi sacrificed his own popularity to reach this goal. The Rock thrived while Austin was on the shelf. For Rikishi, the struggle and fall was all worth it. Rikishi knew that he would eventually have to face off with the Texas Rattlesnake to answer for his sins. And he welcomed that meeting with open arms. What Rikishi was unprepared for was for WWE to stack the deck entirely, looking to make Rikishi pay for taking out their golden goose. Stone Cold Steve Austin was allowed to drive his truck directly to the ring and was generally given the freedom to do whatever the hell he wanted in the name of revenge. We are going to make things right. This time, when Rikishi and Stone Cold Steve Austin lock horns, there will be no stacking of the deck. Someone willing to give of himself so that his family, this family, can succeed, deserves better. So get in there and showcase the never say die spirit that has led this family to victory time and time and time and time and time and time again. Use whatever weapon you can get your hands on and prove to Stone Cold Steve Austin that you will do anything for the people.
Is it legal to not show up? Rikishi has brutalized Austin lately.
Austin will be here, Byron. I just refuse to think anything else.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. That is a no-holds-barred match. Introducing first, from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 424 pounds, Rikishi.
We have learned more about Rikishi in the last couple of weeks than we knew about him his entire career here in WWE. He said he ran over Austin not for himself, but for The Rock.
Right, and now he's coming out here, and I guess if Austin doesn't show up, the general manager is going to have to come out here and declare this is a forfeit, and Rikishi's going to win it. This man makes me sick. Is he here?
Well, there's the Rattlesnake's music.
He's here. Austin's here. Stone Cold Steve Austin came here with no fear, no hesitation, just revenge.
his opponents, from Victoria, Texas, weighing in at 252 pounds, Stone Cold Steve Austin!
Austin fought for his life to make it back here, to make Rikishi pay.
Now there is no way Rikishi can escape the Texas Rattlesnake.
It's been almost a year since Austin competed in the ring. Austin is a man possessed. Rikishi... It's a miracle Austin survived being run over by Rikishi. Now a pissed off Texas Rattlesnake is on the loose and out for revenge.
It took Austin almost a year to recover from the injuries he suffered in that heinous attack. You can't blame Austin for the damage he inflicts on Rikishi tonight.
Byron, a lesser man wouldn't have survived. Stone Cold promised that Rikishi's days of walking above ground are over. This is no holds barred. We've talked so much about motives leading into this match. In my view, Rikishi's are delusional. His family have been
soaring. Whoa, look out. The 1-2 punch of high risk, high reward.
Look at this. This can't be good.
This battle's found its way right to our doorstep. Grabs the leg. The old leg toss.
Rikishi feeling like he has a job to finish tonight. A career in Stone Cold's to bring to an end.
Stop after stop after stop.
And if the first stop doesn't send you the message, the follow-up ones definitely will.
And looking at my monitor, it just makes me sick to my stomach watching Rikishi. This is a man who has no remorse and feels justified for running Austin down like a dog.
Look, to be devil's advocate, you've got to look at Rikishi's perspective. He's proud of his Samoan lineage and saw an opportunity to give his people a leg up in the Shark Tank that is WWE.
Oh, are you serious, Corey? Rikishi ran over another human being. We are fortunate that it only put Austin on the show for 10 months instead of his whole life. It's sick that you would even condone what Rikishi did.
Don't twist my words, Saxton. I'm not saying I condone Rikishi's actions. I'm just saying I understand them. Punishing power slam.
And Byron, I just cannot see any legitimate reason to run over Stone Cold like Rikishi did last Survivor Series.
I mean, Austin does ruffle the feathers of a lot of people, Michael, but I don't think any of his rivals would go to the disgusting lengths that Rikishi's gone to.
The Rattlesnake's being picked apart.
No one holding Rikishi's family down now, taking out all those years of frustration on Austin here.
A masterful display of defense from both wrestlers. Lots of counters from each athlete. Impenetrable defense. Rikishi feeling the pride of his family with every ounce of damage he delivers to Stone Cold.
This situation is so far beyond rational thinking. It's so personal. What does Stone Cold have to do in this one to leave here victorious against Rikishi?
I don't know if you can tell someone who almost lost their life at the hands of their opponent to think rationally. Austin has rage, and win or lose, he's going to unleash it all on Rikishi.
And now placed in the corner.
And though The Rock wants nothing to do with this altercation, we have to mention the sadness Rikishi has brought to him.
Rock might be innocent in this whole ordeal, but I feel that somewhere inside his soul, The Rock is happy with what Rikishi's done. The Rock is proud to have Rikishi and his family.
No, Corey, what kind of lies are you trying to spread? We've heard Rock say Rikishi deserves what Austin is
taking flight.
Austin had that one scouted. Oh.
Back into the ring here.
Austin and Rikishi trading heavy artillery on the outside, and here comes the Rattlesnake.
Stone Cold Steve Austin fired up and revenge on his mind.
You got to think about how bad Austin has wanted this ever since Survivor Series last year. Been dying to get his hands on Rikishi.
All of that venom, all of the vitriol inside of Austin being unleashed on Rikishi right now.
Remember, this is no holds barred. Anything goes.
Austin has Rikishi down. The rattlesnake is red hot. And do you hear this capacity crowd? They want more from Stone Cold. Nobody wants to see Rikishi get beaten down like a pile of human filth. And Rikishi lately has been calling himself a visionary, a pioneer. All a bunch of garbage, if you ask me.
Well, those aren't self-imposed labels, Cole. Those labels are coming from the family, coming from a group of wrestling legends who are proud of Rikishi for standing up and making a change in this business.
I have a few labels for Rikishi. Coward, liar, embarrassment. Those fit him well. Stone Cold letting his feelings towards his opponent be well known.
Okay, he should really focus on the match now. We get the point. Into the ring again now.
Bulldog plants him. Scary mindset for the Rattlesnake. Austin has scattered pictures of Rikishi all over his home. Said that every time he looks at Rikishi, he's looking at a dead man.
Yeah, Rikishi taking that as an empty threat, thinking that Austin isn't the man he claims to be. But trust me, when Stone Cold says he has you in his crosshairs, that's no empty threat.
And a shoulder to the gut.
Oh, he cuts it off.
But at what cost? There's been a lot of vitriol coming from fans towards Rikishi these past few weeks. And this RV crowd is continuing that pattern of disdain.
You look what's batting down the hatches. These two are unloaded. Austin is like a man possessed. It's been almost a year since Austin's been in the ring.
Back and forth, neither one giving up any ground.
Now the competitors backing down. What impressive determination from both competitors. Keeping at each other no matter what.
This is a war of attrition with neither superstar wanting to be the one who surrenders. Each exchange just sapping the energy from these two.
Ooh, back and forth, blow for blow, just teeing off on them.
That changes things.
And we know how despicable Rikishi has been, but to throw vinegar on the Rattlesnake's nest, Rikishi goes and destroys Austin's truck with a sledgehammer.
Well, hell hath no fury like a man who has his car tampered with. It's just extra motivation for every fist Austin lands in this fight.
One step ahead there.
Oh, cover, hoping to end this.
He breaks the ref's count after one.
Giving a massive effort to overcome the pin attempt.
Austin gets stymied. Sent out of the ring the hard way.
On the apron. Oh, what a landing.
One man taking it to the...
And Rikishi slows Austin down with a thunderous right.
Austin's in trouble. And now steel chair. Oh, and Austin, he just averted disaster there.
And now Austin gonna deliver the punishment with the steel chair.
A relentless Texas Rattlesnake beating the brakes off of Rikishi with a steel chair.
And again, thunderous blows by Austin. Down goes Rikishi. Austin beating the hell out of him.
I know Austin has good reason to be doing all this, but he could be taking it too far at this point.
I don't think the Rattlesnake has taken it far enough, Corey. Austin wants to put Rikishi's life in danger, just like Rikishi did to him.
Whoa, that was a stiff chair shot to the dome.
Rikishi driver.
Rikishi got all of it.
And he slides him back to the mat. Looking to take it to the air now. From the top.
Piercing elbow. Cover.
2 count. Breaks the count.
I am in shock. What's it going to take to keep this guy down?
Pulls their opponent in. Belly to belly.
A show of confidence from Rikishi.
Placing him in the corner here.
Oh, right for the torso.
And the onslaught to his core is continuing.
If he keeps taking targeted strikes like this, he's going to be doubled over before long.
Bottom leg kick. Bam! Spine buster. Now Rikishi has the firm upper hand.
Rikishi with an onslaught here against Austin. Dare I say, Stone Cold could be in trouble.
Oh, strikes him out.
Delivers the leg drop. Rikishi is all business now.
Austin with a reversal.
Austin is going to look to press on the advantage.
Austin trying to bring the fight back in this one.
Clothesline.
Good Lord, so effective.
Sent to the corner.
Caught him right in the jaw.
What a shot.
And he... Oh, and a headbutt. Rikishi ready to go.
Not done yet. The wheels are turning for Rikishi as he ascends up the ropes.
Rope shaker from Rikishi.
That's it. Austin is out.
2 count. Kick out. I thought it was finished off for sure.
Austin somehow kicked out. I cannot believe the beating he's been able to endure.
Everything possible was done to win there, but it just fell short.
Oh, Stone Cold is experiencing the brutality of Rikishi.
Blocked the apron and cut them off with a shot to the gut.
Several reversals. Neither superstar able to penetrate their opponent's defense. Attack with the hips in the corner, and look at this power.
And Rikishi is picking the competition apart.
Austin's having trouble assessing the situation.
Clubbing blow stifles the attack.
Chess match of counters and reversals happening here.
Using the elbow to escape the attack. He wastes no time dodging the attack.
Rikishi trying to pick up the win. Rikishi somehow defangs the rattlesnake. Damn it.
The winner of this bout, Rikishi!
This is not what many of us expected to see. We wanted to see retribution, but Rikishi was too much of a monster for Stone Cold tonight.
The vitriol that consumed Rikishi powered him to finish the job and leave a battered Austin in his rear-view mirror.
His arrival signaled impending doom. His very presence was enough to intimidate even the bravest WWE competitor. His name itself simply meant the end. And if you found yourself standing across the ring from Umaga, you were most certainly coming to the end of your own road. The younger brother of Rikishi, Umaga, was every bit the Samoan bulldozer that his nickname would suggest, mauling opponents with ease, relishing the chaos that he created. a menace to the entire roster, an unrepentant badass, Umaga tortured his prey with high-impact collisions before ultimately sealing their fate with his vaunted Samoan spike, a vicious move used today by Solo Sikoa.
Inside the ring, man, he was just a complete monster. Anybody that stood in front of him, he was going to wreck him no matter what he had to do. He was just a crazy, wild Samoan. Outside of the ring, man, just a loving guy to be around. A fun uncle, always joking, always barbecuing at his house. I always looked up to him. He was just so cool.
Perhaps an unheralded aspect of Umaga's game was his mastery of mental warfare. Umaga loved to present a wild, out-of-control savage, one who needed manager Armando Alejandro Estrada to handle all the details while he destroyed opponents. Umaga was the perfect definition of the word aura. A two-time intercontinental heavyweight champion, Umaga established himself as one of the purest forms of dominance to ever set foot in a WWE ring. His intense clashes with Batista, the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, and Triple H, along with WWE Championship battles against John Cena, still live on in the memories of those who were fortunate enough to watch Umaga perform. And Umaga will live in immortality through every member of this family, whether it's with a huge Samoan drop, a running bulldozer into the corner, a Samoan spike, or even a war cry in the middle of battle. Umaga is forever.
I wish he was here. I know he's watching from above.
So you, our beloved Us in training, are asked one simple thing here in the WWE 2K25 showcase: to defeat John Cena. You've done that in this mode before, right? Simple. It was at New Year's Revolution in 2007 that Umaga and John Cena first collided for the WWE title. Umaga appeared to be too much for Cena in the minds of many pundits. Undefeated in WWE some 9 months after his debut, and things were going very well for Umaga. Until they weren't. Umaga would see his undefeated streak end by, of all things, a damn roll-up after rushing directly into the outstretched shoes of John Cena. 1 second of luck allowed John Cena to escape the inevitable, and now it's on you to fix it. Head into that ring. Showcase Umaga's cruel brutality and get Umaga the WWE Heavyweight Championship victory that he should have gotten in the first place. I assure you, my dear friend, Armando Alejandro Estrada will make sure nothing else goes wrong if you take care of business inside the ring.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here he is. He could be the next WWE champion, the near 400-pound Umaga. A man that since debuting right after WrestleMania 9 months ago has remained undefeated. And Umaga has been in the ring, Byron, with the best of WWE.
This man looks, moves, and sounds like a movie monster. Except Umaga is for real.
He is a Samoan bulldozer, an 18-wheel version with a mean streak. Big, athletic, strong, and probably going to outweigh John Cena by well over 100 pounds.
Since 1963, the WWE title has only changed hands twice here in Kansas City. That's twice in the last 47 years.
But Umaga is a scary human being. He can easily change that trend right here tonight.
A phenomenal ovation in this arena because the champ is here. John Cena has a gigantic challenge awaiting him in the ring, but Cena doesn't have a reverse gear.
Absolutely not. The champ only goes one way, and that's straight at you.
John Cena, a three-time WWE champion, the handler of Umaga, Armando Estrada, trying to control this undefeated challenger.
Once the bell rings, these two are going to go at each other full force.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the WWE Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 353 pounds, Umaga. And from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 248 pounds, he is the WWE Champion, John Cena!
Lots of competitors in the back dream for a shot at this title.
John Cena and Umaga battling here for the WWE Championship. Will John Cena halt the Samoan Bulldozer's path to destruction?
Cena's going to have to go all out to accomplish that. No one has been able to withstand Umaga thus far. This brutal Samoan has made a mockery of his challengers and is perhaps sky high.
What? They got all of that. Just taking flight and soaring through the sky.
And don't expect much of a wrestling match in this one. Expect more of a brawl. This is not going to look pretty. It's going to get ugly. This is two trains on a track to a head-on collision.
Toe to toe, it's going to be bad, it's going to be bloody, and it will come down to who wants it more. Oh!
Time for him to get back in the ring.
No one wants a count out here. Ooh, man! Back into the ring now.
Heading out, but needs to be aware of the referee's count. Stamina is going to be a key factor in this match tonight. Can Cena weather Umaga's vicious attacks? Can Umaga keep up the offensive pressure as Cena drags this into deep waters?
I think you're right, Cole. This might just come down to who has more gas in the tank.
Less and less time remaining on the count. He gets back in right before the count. He's hurled out and crashes down to the floor.
From the apron.
Good Lord, taking flight. Fortune favors the bold. These risks could be a winning strategy. Oh, whipped right into the diamond-plated steel.
And you just see Cena's legs bent awkwardly off the steel steps. Umaga really pinpointed a target with that attack.
I don't know if it was strategic on the part of Umaga or just a result of his rampage, but either way, taking out Cena's foundation is going to sway the power advantage into Umaga's favor now. He's got to make some moves here or suffer the countout.
And here he is, heading back into the ring.
Back in just under the wire. Cena tonight attempting to do something no one else has been able to do. Be it HBK, Triple H, Kane, the list goes on and on. No one has been able to beat Umaga.
Since debuting in last year's WrestleMania, he's never been pinned, never been submitted. Umaga is a man who's decimated every single thing in his path. It's not hyperbole to call him a dangerous and deadly savage.
Going to be agonizing for the arm.
Ah, look at this, just cranking it out. Cranking the head.
No way.
Umaga is truly a specimen to marvel at, Corey. And his handler.
Take him!
And coming down with incredible force.
The champion taking the high-risk option to retain the title. Not a very effective pin attempt. Kick to the gut. Oh, brutal forearm.
Now trampling the opposition. Umaga proving to be a relentless super heavyweight, determined on becoming the WWE champion tonight.
Oh, the headbutt.
Right into the shoulder. That's gotta hurt.
A rare position for Cena in this fight. We can't often say that John's overpowered in a matchup, but this 360-plus pound Samoan bulldozer is more than a formidable opponent.
Listen, sometimes when there's a fight, you're not always going to be the biggest. You're not always going to be the strongest. And even if that is the case for Cena tonight, John Cena has never met a fight he didn't like.
Cena will try to gain strength from this capacity crowd in Kansas City, but not even that may be enough to stop a rampaging Umaga. And clearly stooping low with that attack.
Understanding that winning the title is all that matters. Do anything to get the advantage.
Oh, look at just ripping at the eyes. And there is no other term for that than just cheap. A cheap shot. And Umaga, of course, coming from a very rich heritage. Some of the greatest athletes in any sport come from the Samoan heritage.
Umaga's aggressiveness can be traced back to his bloodline. When you're fighting a Samoan, you are battling a tough, scary human being.
Here it comes! Samoan spike! The challenger clearing a path to the title.
From the top rope, Samoan splash!
An uninterrupted surge against Cena here.
Cena has no response for Umaga's savage and brutal offense.
Placing him in the corner.
Proof these superstars have done their homework.
And I could look at Umaga and he reminds me of Yokozuna, whose unmatched thickness and size is an orthodox offense.
Look at Umaga's thighs.
The champ with the pin.
An ineffective pin.
Just as shocked as everyone else, Cole, his opponent included.
All the way up.
Driven down with a sidewalk slam.
Umaga with a retaliation.
battle of counters. No one's getting their full offense in.
Brutal impact into the corner.
And Cena flattened in the corner.
Umaga's just overpowering him. Look at the strength into the corner, just setting Cena up.
You have to start to ask yourself, is the end of John Cena near?
I think so. Look out!
What a headbutt. No one has been able to stop Umaga. No one.
You are seeing why Umaga is undefeated. Why no one has been able to stop the Samoan Bulldozer.
Here comes Umaga, and Cena catches him with a boot. John Cena from behind, rolls him up, shoulders down, and a kick out by Umaga.
And Cena immediately back into the clutches of Umaga.
I'm not sure what else Cena can do here. I'm not sure John Cena knows how to stop Umaga.
And Corey, you know there's no force equal to being on the receiving end of a headbutt from Umaga.
It's in Umaga's DNA. Generations have perfected the art of using their own skull as a weapon that could stop an elephant.
Transitions into the pin. Is this it? Releasing the pin. He's adding insult to injury.
Uh-oh.
That unraveled on Umaga.
Sometimes I look at Umaga and it just scares me. I think he forgets that he's even in a championship match. Estrada is very aware of it, but Umaga sometimes looks oblivious to what's going on, other than the fact that he knows he's supposed to hurt his opponent.
Having no conscience is what has set Umaga apart. If he gets confused and the bloodthirst takes over, that's where Estrada becomes useful by directing Umaga back to the ultimate goal.
I think Umaga just doesn't know when to stop attacking. He has no sense of what it means to pull back on the reins, so to speak.
Only running on instinct to keep fighting.
Quick way to... Here's Cena. Attitude adjustment from Cena.
That could be enough to continue the reign. Very few superstars possess the fortitude to do what we just witnessed. Very few? How about almost none? This match just went to the next level.
And Cena's shocked, but we know that kick out has only made him more determined. Counters to gain the advantage.
Two powerhouses, a championship on the line. We knew this would be a battle.
Umaga and Cena aren't giving up any ground here. From the top,
diving headbutt.
It looks like he's stalking his prey. Only one thing in mind.
Here it comes.
Samoan spike. Could that be enough to gain the title?
New champion. It's not over.
That was a matter of a fraction of a second.
And I think we all know this is only going to make a monster like Umaga even angrier. From the top. Step back from the top rope.
He's getting fired up now, really feeding off this crowd.
He's in a very bad spot, totally out of it.
Winding up. There's a Samoan spike.
Goes for the pin.
Challenger might have what it takes to win this.
And a kick out.
What a display of stamina. The champ showing they are truly worthy of this title.
But things might only get hard.
Bear hug, squeezing the breath out of them. Cena's in trouble. Is Cena going to submit?
How?
New champion, an undefeated champion.
Here is your winner, and the new WWE Champion, Umaga!
This proves it. Truly no one can withstand Umaga. The Samoan Bulldozer has wrecked his way straight to the WWE Championship.
Hey, in WWE, things move really fast. If you aren't present in the moment, it can feel like a year goes by in only 2 or 3 minutes. That's why you always have to make time to make sure that you check. Hold on. Did I just hear myself say 3 minutes? Stop. Can you believe I'm actually doing Eric Bischoff's shtick? In the early 2000s, few words sent a shudder through the roster like the words 3 minutes, summoning the fearsome duo of Rosie and Jamal, collectively known as the 3-Minute Warning. Initially hired by the aforementioned Raw general manager Eric Bischoff to interrupt anything he didn't find to be entertaining.
You're just not entertaining me. 3 minutes are just about up.
The two instantly made their mark in WWE with their complete and total decimation of anyone that was targeted. Their formula was really simple. Two bruisers with surprising quickness who took pleasure in throwing opponents all around the ring with reckless abandon. And the trail of bodies left in their wake remains a testament to their devastation. Rosie, older brother of your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, and Jamal, who would in time develop his skills further and take the name of Umaga, were about instant gratification. They treated matches like a race, seeing how much damage they could fit into the shortest time possible.
The 3-minute warning with my brother and my cousin, it was just one of the coolest gimmicks of all time to me. It was catchy, you know what I mean? Like, you kind of knew what was happening. And I feel like we all remember when the 3-minute warning hit for the first time. You know, the whole Den TV area just lit up.
Every match was a train wreck, as the two would use their size to overwhelm most opponents, coupling that with incredible tag team maneuvers to increase the carnage to its maximum levels. That approach, maximizing damage while minimizing time, was a 3-minute warning signature. The team itself saw its run in WWE last for a little over a year, but in that time managed to make such an impression with the WWE Universe that it still resonates today. They are proof of the impact anyone can make if they capitalize on their opportunities, as 3-minute warning did every single time.
It was a short-lived gimmick, but it was a really cool gimmick, and I just think it shows the versatility of, hey, if you need us to go out there and tell you a Broadway story, I'll cover 2 hours if you like. But if you need us to come out in 3 minutes to make an impact, we can do that too. But you gotta be really good to be thrown in there with the very, very best in the industry. I'm getting all pumped and proud, you know, for my brother and my cousin right now, just thinking about it.
Here in the WWE 2K25 showcase, we have selected another team that embodies the same mindset in Akam and Razor the AOP. Similar to Jamal and Rosie, these two look to inflict the most pain in the most efficient manner. Like 3-minute warning, AOP happily dispatches when summoned. Like 3-minute warning, AOP features two Goliaths who will hurl your body from pillar to post before finally bringing it all to a most painful conclusion. It's up to you in this Extreme Rules contest to beat the AOP to the punch and showcase the Wrecking Crew approach that made 3-minute warning the premier bruiser squad in all of WWE. And don't worry, we will give you more than 3 minutes to make that fact perfectly clear. As a matter of fact, take your time and enjoy dishing out the punishment.
AOP is here
ready to wreak havoc. And they want to prove 3-minute warning has nothing on them.
Two roughneck teams ready to use this Extreme Rules stipulation to the fullest.
The following contest is a tag team Extreme Rules match. And accompanied by Paul Ellering at a combined weight of 620 pounds. Akon and Razor, the authors of Pain.
AOP look unintimidated by the task at hand. They are totally prepared for the merciless tandem of 3-minute warning.
You know, there's actually a lot in common between these two teams in terms of tactics and physicality.
And guys, the authors of Pain now have 3 minutes.
And at a combined weight of 770 pounds, Rosie and Jamal. 3-minute warning.
Authors of Pain versus 3-minute warning is a recipe for brutality and ruthless carnage.
And that's in a regular match, Cole. This is Extreme Rules.
These two hit squads are going to tear each other apart.
3-minute warning made a career out of demolishing anyone who got in their way. Why would AOP be any different?
Because that's exactly what AOP does too. They play the same game as 3-minute warning.
We got 3-minute warning. And the authors of Pain clashing tonight in what should be a harrowing Extreme Rules match. Considering the teams involved here, it comes as no surprise that we have medical teams standing by backstage.
Yeah, these are two of the most merciless and physical teams we've ever seen. Lasting bodily harm isn't just highly probable in this match, it's essentially guaranteed.
Well, I, for one, can't wait to see what these teams do with the rules thrown out the window. They're free to be as creative as they want in their pursuit of absolutely annihilating one another.
Watch for the hardcore style of 3-minute warning. Both of these men are from the hood, so to speak. Grew up on the streets, brought up to be tough. Rosie and Jamal have a rough tenacity.
A duo that couldn't care less about headlocks. They're just all about beating the hell out of you. 3-minute warning's thug-like tactics need to be respected. From the top. Oh, good Lord. Taking flight. I can't believe what we just saw.
I can't believe that didn't miss.
What the heck is this manager doing looking out of the ring? He can't be acting like this. His stamina is getting tested here.
Rosie held nothing back on that attack.
Right to the face.
My God. Uh-oh.
Retaliation from Razor. Just look at the size of all these superstars. The ring had to be reinforced before this match. Over 1,300 combined. Pounds colliding.
These men are so big and so thick, it's a challenge to wrap your arms around it. It's really just best to find weapons and rock
shouldn't have to endure a smash like that. The hit's starting to take their toll on him a little.
Jamal putting some punch
Perched up top. Boom! Mercilessly. He's eyeing the 3 count here.
No, he gets the shoulder.
What do you have to do to put this guy away? Popped up into the Samoan drop. Incredible.
He's headed up 5.
From the heavens, splash from the top. 3-minute warning might just be done messing around.
Could that be enough?
For the win. He's able to beat a 2 count.
He's still got more left in the tank.
Rosie and Jamal tell their victim.
Here we go. What? No matter who you are, when you crashed on the floor, a searing pain races through your body. We knew this would be a grueling and punishing match, but AOP and 3-minute warning are exceeding all expectations.
Stop in the leg.
Oh, looking to cripple the leg.
Forget it. AOP just fell to their demise.
What now? Right on the arm. Oh, God, that hurt.
Man, Rosie and Jamal, Akam and Rezar representing the biggest, most imposing teams WWE has ever seen. Both teams don't care what the motive is, don't care who the target is. Their goal always remains the same, and that is complete destruction of the opposition.
We call them equal opportunity ass kickers. The first few rows should take a couple steps back because no one is safe when you're in the vicinity of these teams.
Down with Jamal, pins the shoulders down. He breaks the pin, keeping his team in this one.
Akam avoids the attack. This is a whole new level of chaos and brutality.
3-minute warning and AOP just keep upping the ante on each other.
And he's leaving the ring for the moment. Oh, and look at this now. Bad intentions coming with his hold.
Trying to fight.
Looking to get out of this, and yes, able to slip out of the hold.
Punch connects.
And Rosie gets warded off.
Each athlete finding an answer for everything thrown at them.
Placed against the turnbuckle.
Full control of their opponent, slamming their opponent right in front of the corner. With more in mind here. Look out!
He's looking a little battered now.
Terrible position for Akam.
2.
Into the chokeslam.
Beauty.
Feed off the WWE Universe. This place is starting to rock. He's taking some serious hurt, but somehow he's still in this.
I think he managed that kick out on pure instinct alone.
That was the best weapon in the arsenal, but it wasn't enough to produce an end result.
Boom, running STO plants him.
Nicely done.
Action now spilling to the ringside area in front of us here.
Good golly, driven directly into the steel stairs. Ooh, sledgehammer to the body. This is not for the faint of heart.
And the core are taking on some damage.
There are no words for the ride these fans have gone through in this match.
It has been a roller.
Shoulders down, Rezar might be down for the count. Oh, teammate intervenes just in time. Had it scouted, now can capitalize. Akam sent ringside.
Spinebuster.
Rosie lining him up from the top turnbuckle. Carried in a jeopardizing position here.
Oh, look out.
Oh, brutal miscalculation.
Scaling the turnbuckle here. He quickly slides into the ring.
Big time pop from the top. Gotta give it up to 3-minute warning. In a contest between two of the most badass squads we've ever seen, they were the tougher competitors.
Yeah, but AOP certainly made 3-minute warning earn this win. Just think about all the carnage we witnessed here tonight.
We've come to the part of the showcase where we get to talk about Tamina. Ever since walking in WWE, shoulder to shoulder with the Usos, Tamina's alliance with this dynasty has never been in question.
I remember watching Monday Night Raw, and I seen Tamina debut with my brothers. It was a pretty cool, dynamic, right? Two of my brothers and Tamina.
Together, Tamina and the Usos helped each other navigate through a trial-filled first year in WWE, making sure they all survived together. In later years, Tamina has formed alliances with both Naomi and Nia Jax, honoring this family's connection. While Tamina has looked to create her own name in the industry, she has never missed a chance to acknowledge her place in this family either. Trained by Afa and Sika, the wild Samoans, Tamina was instilled with the same instincts that have carried each member of this family to wrestling glory. Her in-ring approach is similar to many in the bloodline, quick striking, high-impact attacks, and smothering holds. As capable with a super kick or a big splash as anyone else, Tamina has maintained a remarkable level of success in her WWE career. A constant contender, Tamina has competed for the Women's Championship on many occasions. She's also held the Women's Tag Team Championships along with 9 separate reigns as the 24/7 champion. Tamina has proven capable in any environment against any opponent. Tamina is always the perfect test for a rising contender. Defeating Tamina proves that you're at the top of your game, and she will always expose those who aren't quite ready yet. Taking her lightly is the easiest way to book your visit to the local medical facility. Tamina has taken part in many memorable moments, but in the 2K25 showcase, we're going to give you the chance to make history. In the first ever women's Money in the Bank match, Carmella, of all people, would walk out victorious after letting someone else do all the work. Tamina, Becky Lynch, Natalya, and Charlotte Flair were all robbed of a great opportunity that night by Carmella. So this is your chance to make it right. Showcase Tamina's grit and take out the other 4 ladies in this ladder match to become the first ever winner of the Women's Money in the Bank. Carmella might still sneak out with the win, but if she does, she's doing it on her own because we're not allowing anyone else at ringside for this match in our showcase.
We are making history tonight here in St. Louis, the first ever Women's Money in the Bank ladder match.
The following is the first ever Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Introducing first, from the Queen City, Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte Flair looking to become a Triple Crown champion. Every title, every opportunity she has put in front of herself, she has seized. This is a night where careers change forever.
You're right, Cole. You can feel it. Legends are going to be made. Careers defined. Hearts broken. This is Money in the Bank.
And Byron, Becky Lynch with a very astute point. I rip off arms. You can't exactly climb a ladder with no arms.
Next, from Dublin, Ireland, Becky Lynch.
To add to that, Michael, I talked to Becky earlier and I asked, "Are you nervous about this?" She said, "Yeah, I'm a little nervous, but I'm more excited than anything because I get to be part of history."
Becky Lynch, the first woman drafted to SmackDown. First SmackDown Women's Champion. Can she become the first Miss Money in the Bank?
Well, you can feel the excitement the moment they brought out the ladders before this show started. There is a big fight feel right here in St. Louis.
There's a big fight coming. Tamina, perhaps the most dominant superstar in this match.
And I guarantee she is not fazed by taking on 4 different opponents in a ladder match.
From the Pacific Islands, Tamina.
This is a milestone moment that is being watched all over the world.
And Tamina is hoping to live up to her family's legacy. She wants that briefcase. She wants that title. It's in her blood.
Mela is money, and she is as confident as ever.
Making her way to the ring from Staten Island, Carmella.
Byron, Carmella's made a couple of good points recently, saying, "I was the last woman drafted in the WWE draft last summer." How big of a chip is on her shoulder?
Oh, she's got a huge chip on her shoulder. And also, don't forget, Carmella has had some major victories lately, so she has all the fuel you could need heading into a match of this type.
Natalya, another superstar who walks into this match thinking she has legacy on her side tonight.
And from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Natalya.
Every last woman in this match has chased this opportunity so fiercely. They have chased the championship, perhaps none more so than Natalya.
Winning Money in the Bank would certainly go a long way to helping Natalya prove she too is the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.
Winning that briefcase is like taking the proverbial express lane to success.
Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Tamina, Carmella, Natalya, all with a chance to make history. All with the opportunity to be called the first ever Miss Money in the Bank.
The revolution that became an evolution only continues in the women's division. One of these women will climb the ladder and earn the opportunity of a lifetime.
Is there anyone more intimidating in this group than Tamina?
I've said it before, it could be a coming out party for Tamina. This is her time to live up to her family's legacy.
If Tamina wins the contract, it guarantees her first title opportunity in over 2 years.
More than an opportunity, it pretty much guarantees Tamina will become the next women's champion. Hammering down on a knee. Clothesline! Off with their head. Tremendous pressure being applied in this head crank.
Crank in the head. Such a dangerous setting for all these superstars. Ladders are everywhere. Each competitor is only limited by their imagination. imagination.
Your head has to be on a constant swivel. Ladders will be used as weapons. Anything can happen to get that briefcase.
And looking at the playing field, the majority of these women love to utilize their submission offense to put opponents away.
Tapping someone out won't win this match, but these women should not shy away from using the biggest weapons in their arsenal.
We've heard Becky say she was going to rip arms off tonight. You can't exactly climb a ladder with no arms.
And there's a takedown. I'm worried our announce table will soon be in the line of fire here.
Who cares about the table? What about us?
Tearing off the announce table. This can't be good.
Nothing but bad intentions in mind, I'm sure.
Ladders in position. Gonna make the climb.
She's stretching, but can she get a grip?
Look at this, Byron. Figure 4 head scissor training.
Slipped through and escaped. That was pretty. Got the underhook. Nice standing backbreaker and takedown.
No safe haven in this match. These ladders can be your best friend or your worst enemy. There's no allies in this match. It's everyone for herself.
There's no room for friends when history's being made. Not when you can go down in the record books as the first Miss Money in the Bank.
Climbing up, but is there enough time to go for the win? Full focus on obtaining the point.
The crowd is going absolutely crazy right now.
They know this could be it. Big forearm.
Up to the electric chair, down for the drop.
Suplex. The contract that can change lives hanging above the ring. Probably the most profitable opportunity in our sport. 15 out of 17 superstars have successfully cashed in the Money in the Bank contract.
A surprise cash-in has only failed once, and the other failed cash-in was awarded to a week in advance. You are almost certain to become the next SmackDown Women's Champion if you grab the contract tonight. This is a risky play, but could be the only opportunity all match.
Back suplex.
And she heads out to the floor. Obviously was in need of a breather.
Tripling attack on the knee.
Oh, right to the kidneys. Golly. Up and down, leg lariat.
Could be considered an unexpectedly rookie mistake from the veteran Natalya.
Going up high with the punch.
Right to the kidneys from behind. Beautiful double drop kick. Not finished yet. Up and down with a leg drop.
Looks like they are putting aside their differences for now. I wonder how long this will last.
As long as it needs to, Saxton. Natalya trying to reach out for the contract.
For the history books. And a Hart name once more.
And Carmella is clearly looking for a fight here.
Getting that ladder in position.
Right in the middle of the ring.
Headed up that ladder. Center of the ring. She's in place. Can she end this here?
It's just a matter of time now.
No room for error on top of the ladder.
Absolutely no telling what's underneath the ring tonight.
The steel chair. Never as innocent as it looks.
Back into the ring she comes.
Becky Lynch looking to secure the win.
She's getting something from under the ring. Ooh,
Becky's hope to reclaim her women's championship is looking a whole lot bleaker now. Money in the Bank
on the apron.
She's headed to the outside. No threat of count out here. Ladder set right in the middle of the ring. Starts to climb, but needs to move quickly. Working on the hook here.
Well, it looks like that hook is causing a lot of problems up there. Lynch has a hold of the briefcase.
Might be Becky's best chance right here. Tamina landing heavy offense on Charlotte.
Charlotte thought tonight would be an ascension to her throne. Tamina's here to ruin that dream. And she's sent right into that corner.
3 second-generation superstars competing in this match. Carmella, Charlotte, and Tamina. And Natalya, of course, a third-generation superstar. Women bred for these kind of moments.
Any of these women will add a significant check see if she can become the first Miss Money in the Bank. History on the line. Guaranteed championship opportunity. Nothing but carnage happening in this one.
5 women fighting for their key to destiny. Willing to go through hell for it.
Powerful contact by Tamina. And out into the outside. She's headed out of the ring.
Looking for a little more breathing room.
Oh, what a shot.
Driven down. Lifted up. What's next? Running power slam.
She's struggling and looking like an easy target. Up high.
Leaning the ladder against the turnbuckle here.
This can't be good.
Oh, swift takedown.
Oh, my goodness. Now heading outside.
She's starting to wear down here.
Nice takedown by Becky. Charlotte Flair with a trademark chopping.
She's trapped in the submission. This won't cost her the match directly, but it could do a lot of damage. And she releases her own submission. And I have to question as to why she would do that.
This looks like she's setting the foundation for a masterfully laid trap.
There's electricity running through this arena right now.
Will it be the spark for one of these competitors?
Effective arm drag. Big time clothesline. Good grief.
Nice reversal by Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte driving Tamina, and both tumble to the floor.
Both women crashing down hard. The Queen, Charlotte Flair, the first to her feet, surveying the situation.
Oh, my God, Tamina into the steps.
Well, you are seeing a heightened level of aggression, heightened level of intensity from all these competitors because of the stakes involved.
Guys, where's Charlotte going?
Flair looking to up the ante now from the top.
Oh, my goodness, taking out everybody.
The Queen rising to the occasion.
What you just saw is why we say Charlotte is genetically superior.
Yeah, undeniable athleticism from the Queen. Can it pave her way to the top of the ladder?
With action spilling in our direction. Look at this.
Strong takedown. Ooh, stinging kick.
Kick lands. Tamina's absolutely wrecking shop on Natalya. Making sure the veteran won't have the strength to climb a ladder at all.
Words that off. No response. Looks like she's heading back into the ring. Man, this place is jumping. Now
Carmella's eyes are growing wider now. Is this her chance to climb the ladder and become Ms. Money in the Bank?
And she's fine taking this to the outside. Natalya making the climb. Oh, and a chair shot.
Taking flight.
The man connects.
By the hair, whipped across the ring.
Hey, right? Good takedown. Showing the fundamentals there.
No idea where this one's heading.
Might be going high risk here.
And her torso really looks to be the big target here.
Up high.
Consecutive high-risk maneuvers, and the pace of this match has certainly picked up.
Oh, what a shot.
That'll light you up.
Climbing up. She got something big planned here. Heading back into the ring now.
Hooked up. Following a powered side slam.
And going for body blows is a good way to drain your opponent.
From the heavens. And meanwhile, Tamina.
Bye-bye, Carmella. I don't think she'll be climbing a ladder after that. Well, not the hair. Anything but the hair.
Win at any cost.
To the sky.
Uh-oh. Has to find a way out of this.
Face first into the chair.
Looks like she's been cut open after that. You hate to see this. Becky Lynch from behind. Manhandle slam. Lynch has got it.
Becky Lynch suplex rolls through. And they saw her. This could be over.
There it is.
Disarmer! 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 Let's go. She just released the hold.
Maybe she has something better in mind.
Launched right out of the ring.
Steel chair to the temple. Oh, man.
This is certainly an effective use of a foreign object. Strong forearm.
Lynch looking to secure.
Just looking to do some damage. She's trying to ask for mercy, but not even tapping out can help her.
Chop block. Brilliant. Right to the back of the knee.
Oh, brutal forearm.
Natalia looking to step through the sharp.
Oh, reversal. Oh, got himself out of it. Look at this. She's going for her destiny, guys.
But she better hurry. She doesn't have much time.
Timely counter by Natalia. And that was an effective attack, guys.
Better have the ice bath ready for after this match.
Yeah, we really have to be hurting now, guys.
This has got to be it.
This new generation of female superstars are providing yet another milestone moment here. Tamina, Charlotte, Carmella, Natalia, and Becky Lynch will climb the ladder and retrieve the briefcase. Become the first ever Miss Money in the Bank.
No safe haven in this match. These ladders can be your best friend or your worst enemy. There's no allies in this match. It's everyone for herself.
There's no room for friends when history is being made. Not when you can go down in the record books as the first Miss Money in the Bank.
Remember, the first woman to climb the ladder and retrieve the briefcase will become the first ever Miss Money in the Bank. No countouts, no disqualifications in this match.
Everybody is coming in with a different strategy, but remaining close is the key. Luck is going to play a part, but you'll increase your odds if you stay close to a ladder and close to the briefcase.
As the fight continues ringside, we may need to relocate soon.
I'm already ahead of you. Grabbing my notes.
Ooh, a well-placed knee drop to the skull. A contract that could change lives hanging above the ring. Probably the most profitable opportunity in our sport. 15 out of 17 superstars have successfully cashed in the Money in the Bank contract.
A surprise cash-in has only failed once, and the other failed cash-in was alerted to a week in advance. You are almost certain to become the next SmackDown Women's Champion if you grab the contract tonight.
Power slam. Look at this, just stop after stop after stop. Each of those boots seem to get heavier.
Launch it through the air. It connects. Adrenaline can make you do crazy things. Exhibit A right there.
Is there anyone more intimidating in this group than Tamina?
I've said it before, it could be a coming out party for Tamina. This is her time to live up to her family's legacy.
If Tamina wins the contract, it guarantees her first title opportunity in over 2 years.
More than an opportunity, it pretty much guarantees Tamina will become the next women's champion.
Jumping facebuster.
Ladders in position, gonna make the climb.
The prize is in sight, but is it in reach?
Time is your enemy here. I just don't know if there's enough of it to get it done.
She's almost there.
Could it be Natalia's night here at Money in the Bank? You can see Charlotte's expert game plan experiencing a minor hitch there.
Yeah, Tamina just inflicted as much pain as possible and enjoyed it.
3 second-generation superstars competing in this match. Carmella, Charlotte, and Tamina. And Natalya, of course, a third-generation superstar. Women bred for these kind of moments.
Any of these women will add a significant chapter to her legacy if she can become the first Miss Money in the Bank.
Well, there she goes.
Turned around, hook in the leg.
Samoan driver.
She's looking a little drained now.
Parking the ladder, ready to quit.
I can't tell if that's a safer or worse place for her. That was impressive.
And looking at the playing field, the majority of these women love to utilize their submission offense to put opponents away.
Tapping someone out won't win this match, but these women should not shy away from using the biggest weapons in their arsenal.
We've heard Becky say she was going to rip arms off tonight. You can't...
Lift off!
Liz letting her opponent know who's in charge. Huge boot. Natalya got a pretty good cut from that one, too. Oh! From way up.
Once again, she's putting it back foot. Step through, here it comes. Figure 4 locked in. Submission is in. Trying to fight out, and she breaks her own submission hold. We don't see that often.
That can either psych out her opponent or come back to bite her. Drop kick.
Oh, that'll turn your skin red.
Oh, this is unique. Face buster.
She's looking winded now.
This deep into a ladder match, the last thing you want is to start breaking down. Ooh, what a forearm club.
And Lynch falls victim to some big impact there.
All of this pain and discomfort will make ascending a ladder very challenging.
Oh, what a response. Goes right for the takedown.
Big time clothesline. Good grief.
Tamina. She gets put in the corner.
Running hip attack. What impact.
This is just establishing dominance.
Oh, what a stop right to the chest. Are you kidding me?
Taking a moment to get pumped off of this crowd's incredible energy.
Money in the Bank briefcase still hanging high. This is what it's all about. The opportunity of a lifetime.
What are you willing to do? How much can you sacrifice to be the first Miss Money in the Bank?
Lynch landing awkward on the outside. Moves from the ring to the outside.
And a slap for the exclamation point.
Under the ropes and back into the ring. A sit-out match slam. What impact.
Oh, man. History on the line. Guaranteed championship opportunity. Nothing but carnage happening in this one.
5 women fighting for their key to destiny. Willing to go through hell for it.
Natalia's in big trouble here. These are the moments professionals train for. When you are at your breaking point. Tamina gets out of harm's way.
Oh, man!
is ready with the counter.
Big forearm. And gets sent right into the corner.
Oh, man, thrown with such force. The whole ring is rattling.
Using their boot.
Headed up that ladder. Center of the ring. Victory is within reach now.
Slow and steady won't win the race in this situation. Carmella trying to snatch the contract.
History in Mella's hands.
Every time you climb that ladder, you hope it's the last time.
Certainly isn't getting any safer up there.
Nothing stands in the way of victory now, gentlemen.
It's a virtual guarantee. From behind, back suplex.
She's ready to take this match to the outside.
No!
Taking it a flight to nowhere.
A brutal impact after taking a gigantic high.
It is absolutely deafening in the building right now. Ooh!
Taking things back into the ring.
From the heavens.
But now we see Tamina.
Tamina wipes out an opponent, but can she seize the opportunity and grab the briefcase?
Always German.
Carmella with a super kick. Natalia's night could have...
Flair delivering the chop.
Natural selection by Charlotte.
The Queen has put an opponent in the dirt, and now the ladder to her throne awaits. I don't know about you two, but I can barely hear my own thoughts.
The WWE Universe is making their feelings heard loud and clear.
Unloading! Tamina not caring that Becky's a fan favorite. The crowd's adulation is meaningless. All that matters is the contract suspended above the ring.
Tamina's been showing so much dominance in this match.
Just sent crashing to the arena floor. Looking to explore things ringside now.
Jeez. Bam, what a slap. Jumping headbutt finds the mark.
And a clothesline.
Nice reversal by Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte driving Tamina, and both tumble to the floor.
Both women crashing down hard. The Queen, Charlotte Flair, the first to her feet, surveying the situation.
Oh, my body, Tamina into the steps.
Well, you are seeing a heightened level of aggression, heightened level of intensity from all these competitors because of the stakes involved.
Guys, where's Charlotte going?
Flair looking to up the ante now from the top.
Oh, my goodness, taking out everybody.
The Queen rising to the occasion.
What you just saw is why we say Charlotte is genetically superior.
And undeniable athleticism from the Queen. Can it pave her way to the top of the ladder? She gets around the attack.
Kick to the gut. Ooh, brutal forearm.
And Natalya has been able to deliver a response at a very critical moment.
Yeah, Natalia's been able to stay with on the apron. Whoa, look at that.
Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Tamina, Carmella, Natalya, all with a chance to make history. All with the opportunity to be called the first ever Miss Money in the Bank.
The revolution that became an evolution only continues in the women's division. One of these women will climb the ladder and earn the opportunity of a lifetime.
The contract that can change lives hanging above the ring. Probably the most profitable opportunity in our sport. 15 out of 17 superstars have successfully cashed in the Money in the Bank contract.
A surprise cash-in has only failed once, and the other failed cash-in was alerted to a week in advance. You are almost certain to become the next SmackDown Women's Champion if you grab the contract tonight.
Remember, the first woman to climb the ladder and retrieve the briefcase will become the first ever Miss Money in the Bank. No countouts, no disqualifications in this match.
Everybody is coming in with a different strategy, but remaining close is the key. Luck is going to play a part, but will increase your odds if you stay close to a ladder and close to the briefcase.
And looking at the playing field, the majority of these women love to utilize their submission offense to put opponents away.
Tapping someone out won't win this match, but these women should not shy away from using the biggest weapons in their arsenal.
We've heard Becky say she was going to rip arms off tonight. You can't exactly climb a ladder with no arms.
Wow! This is turning into Swanson Street.
Now set right in the middle of the ring. Starts to climb, but needs to move quickly.
Seems to be struggling a bit up there.
Yeah, sweaty palms making this difficult. Put into the corner. What could be next? Oh! Charlotte Flair positioning her opponent precariously on a top turnbuckle. What's next?
That move wasn't originally intended for the top rope, but that's what we just saw. And Tamina didn't see that coming.
No safe haven in this match. These ladders can be your best friend or your worst enemy. There's no allies in this match. It's everyone for herself.
There is no room for friends when history's being made. Not when you can go down in the record books as the first Miss Money in the Bank.
Oh, good gravy. Thrown into the corner with a little something extra.
She's taken her share of blows at this point.
And Becky did more than just raise the bar there.
Oh, man, she finds a hard landing on the outside. Carmella might need to start leaning on her in-ring IQ after an attack like that. Carmella up the turnbuckles.
Fires from the top.
She went airborne and missed.
There was no issue with that attack. Hey, sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures. Who are we to judge?
And repeated impacts like that will weaken you mentally as much as it does physically.
That's right, Carmella. Let them all know you are the most beautiful woman in all of WWE.
Slides under the ropes. Back into the ring. Charlotte just rubbing it in now.
Off the ladder now. Let's see if this is right for the picking.
He's got it in her hands.
Can she end it here?
Might be a little overzealous going for it here.
Too late to stop now, though.
Three second-generation superstars competing in this match. Carmella, Charlotte, and Tamina. And Natalya, of course, a third-generation superstar. Women bred for these kind of moments.
Any of these women will add a significant chapter to her legacy if she can become the first Miss Money in the Bank. And breaks out. And she anticipated what was coming.
Nice jump red suplex.
Oof.
And now Tamina sent ringside. Taking this match to the outside. She's back in the ring now. She wants to take this thing to the outside.
There goes all our notes and my notes.
This table's about to serve a very different purpose.
German suplex.
Big time clothesline. Good grief.
Her endurance is really being tested now.
If this keeps up, climbing that ladder is going to be very difficult.
She reverses and creates an opportunity. And there's the takedown. Placing her against the turnbuckle. Counter from Tamina.
Evades the attack.
These two are finding an answer for everything. Oh, nothing fancy with that boot.
Becky definitely felt every last bit of that blow.
Gets deep into a ladder match. The last thing you want is to start breaking down.
Meanwhile, it's Carmella.
Charlotte doesn't have a chance of coming back from that maneuver.
Money in the Bank briefcase still hanging high. This is what it's all about. The opportunity of a lifetime.
What are you willing to do? How much can you sacrifice?
From the top, the match connects.
Strikes with a kick.
Looks like her opponent's not going to need a chiropractor.
Connects. Saw it coming. She's being derailed here.
This deep into a ladder match, the last thing you want is to start breaking down. Shoved right out of the ring. Oh, ouch.
She's getting that ladder exactly where she wants it.
A crucial step.
Climbing up. But is there enough time to go for the win? Trying to reach it. Trying to win.
The whole match is literally in the palm of their hands.
Charlotte seeing her opportunity.
Charlotte's got a chance. Up there in this moment, this ladder match is officially hers to lose.
History on the line. Guaranteed championship opportunity. Nothing but carnage happening in this one.
5 women fighting for their key to destiny, willing to go through hell for it.
Got them off their feet here.
Down in a hurry. Front face lock applied, has the leg hook. Swinging, fisherman neckbreaker. Ooh.
Into the corner. It crashes to the mat. Byron, we got the ladder. Center of the ring.
This is where you need to be.
Picked up and being carried around now. And she's reeling now.
Could be getting into a dire situation soon.
Nice reverse. What you just saw is why we say Charlotte is genetically superior.
Yeah, undeniable athleticism from the Queen. Can it pave her way to the top of the ladder?
What's coming next?
Guys, they're coming dangerously close here.
She's heading out of the ring. Countouts are not a factor for her. This new generation of female superstars are providing yet another milestone moment here. Tamina, Charlotte, Carmella, Natalya, and Becky Lynch are going to climb the ladder and retrieve the briefcase. Become the first ever Miss Money in the Bank. A contract that can change lives hanging above the ring. Probably the most profitable opportunity in our sport. 15 out of 17 superstars have successfully cashed in the Money in the Bank contract.
A surprise cash-in has only failed once, and the other failed cash-in was alerted to a week in advance. You are almost certain to become the next SmackDown Women's Champion if you grab the contract tonight.
Remember, the first woman to climb the ladder and retrieve the briefcase will become the first ever Miss Money in the Bank. No countouts, no disqualifications in this match.
Everybody is coming in with a different strategy, but remaining close is the key. Luck is going to play a part, but you'll increase your odds if you stay close to a ladder and close to the briefcase. No safe haven in this match. These ladders can be your best friend or your worst enemy. There's no allies in this match. It's everyone for herself.
There is no room for friends when history's being made. Not when you can go down in the record books as the first Miss Money in the Bank. Unloading!
You can feel the resentment building with each stomp there.
Tamina not caring that Becky's a fan favorite. The crowd's adulation is meaningless. All that matters is the contract suspended above the ring.
Tamina's been showing so much dominance in this match.
Trapped in a tough situation, trying to find her way out. And she does. The tried and true method to taking anyone down.
Steering clear there.
Is there anyone more intimidating in this group than Tamina?
I said it before. It could be a coming out party for Tamina. This is her time to live up to her family's legacy.
If Tamina wins the contract, it guarantees her first title opportunity in over 2 years.
More than an opportunity, it pretty much guarantees Tamina will become the next women's champion.
Big time clothesline. Good grief.
Oh my gosh, what impact! Leaning on the turnbuckle here.
Lands a timely reversal. Setting up the ladder, center of the ring.
Definitely the spot you want to put it.
3 second-generation superstars competing in this match. Carmella, Charlotte, And Tamina, and Natalia, of course, a third-generation superstar. Women pray for these kind of moments.
Any of these women will add a significant chapter to her legacy if she can become the first Miss Money in the Bank.
What you just saw is why we say Charlotte is genetically superior.
Yeah, undeniable athleticism from the Queen. Can it pave her way to the top of the ladder?
And Tamina's confidence must be low after that attack.
That unfolded just as Charlotte planned, showing she's not just brawn, she's brains too. If you got your running shoes tight, boys, we might need to bolt out of here.
She managed to avoid that offense.
And looking at the playing field, the majority of these women love to utilize their submission offense to put opponents away.
Tapping someone out won't win this match, but these women should not shy away from using the biggest weapons in their arsenal.
We've heard Becky say she was going to rip arms off tonight. You can't exactly climb a ladder with no arms.
Counter by Charlotte. Oh, what a clothesline.
Ooh, what a forearm club.
Way up high, all the way down with an atomic drop.
And Becky's confidence looked rocked after that.
Come on, there's no fair play in that.
Up the ladder now. Let's see if this is right for the picking.
Trying to grab it.
I assure you, this is even harder than it looks.
Trying not to fumble around too much here.
Counter. Saw it coming.
Incoming.
This might be the beginning of the end.
Things are looking a little rocky for her.
Yeah, but when ladders are part of the match, you really can't expect anything less.
Shin breaker.
The Queen is stalking a staggered Becky.
Charlotte Flair with a trademark chopping.
Followed by natural selection.
The Queen has put an opponent in the dirt, and now the ladder to her throne awaits.
Ouch, look what that did to Charlotte Flair's face.
Sent to the outside. She's tossed right out of the ring.
Oh, there it is.
She's setting the ladder up dead center.
Oh, this trap, but she gets away.
Money in the Bank briefcase still hanging high. This is what it's all about. The opportunity of a lifetime.
What are you willing to do? How much can you sacrifice to be the first Miss Money in the Bank?
And Lynch got caught that time by some hard-hitting offense.
Yeah, but when ladders are part of the match, you really can't expect anything less.
She's reaching up and trying to unhook it as fast as she can.
Tamina might